Wow, good day, everybody. Today, I just want to sharpen up a knife. It's very dull, won't cut at all. So, let's use the work sharp. We'll go through all the diamond rod plates from extra fine all the way up to extra coarse. Then we'll touch it up with a ceramic rod. Now, I'll be working probably, let's say, 30 minutes. That's it. I'm only going to put 30 minutes in it. That's it. We'll see how it goes. And by the looks of it, I'll probably have to put in another 30 minutes later on to fine tune it. But for now, let's just sharpen up this knife. And we're only going to take 30 minutes. All right, so stay tuned and let's get some sharpening done. I'll get back to you in a minute. Now that I'm set up, I'm going to use the work sharp, and I'm going to start sharpening this blade. As you can see, extremely dull. I'm not going to show you the process of how to sharpen your blades. You can check that out on YouTube and follow the step-by-steps. All I'm telling you is, you've seen how bad it was. I'm going to go from extra coarse to coarse. Then I'm going to go to fine, extra fine. Then I'm going to use my ceramic. And then I'm going to buff it on the leather. And we're going to see how sharp I can get this blade. So I'm not going to bore you with all the action of sharpening this blade, because this blade is very dull. As you've seen, won't even cut paper. So I'm going to go spend half an hour or so and see how sharp I can get this, and then I'll come back to you. Okay, so just stand by. Okay, so this kit here also comes with two pieces to show you your degrees, 20 degrees or 17 degrees. Very easy. It all holds on with magnets. That's it. So right now, when you hold your knife on like this and you drag it across, and then you go to the other side and you drag it across, you'll get your 20 degrees. So as long as you can match it, put your blade here, and then keep your angle, run it across, put it here, keep your angle, run it across, you'll get 20 degrees. Or if your knife needs 17 degrees, then you can change it to 17 degrees. Again, put your knife on your part, meet the stone, run it across. Go to the other side, put it to the stone, run it across to get your 17 degrees. Myself, I won't be using that, for the simple reason is, when I put my knife flat and then put it on its bevel, 17 or 20 degrees is not good for me. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to sharpen my knife. Like you can see, I put all the ink there. I gave it a couple of strokes, and you can just see where the ink is on the top here. So I'm doing it correct. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on the flat. Okay, I'm going to angle it so my bevel meets the stone. I got it unlocked, so this will pivot for the point, and I'm just going to push ahead. Put it back, pivot it, push ahead, back, put it on its bevel, slide it. And you can see that this here is rocking back and forth. And when it rocks back and forth, that's how you get your tip. Okay? So again, put it back on your stone and run it forwards. And you can see the rocking motion. Again, that's held on with magnets. Okay, flat, put it on your bevel, slide her forwards. And you can see it rock. And all you got to do is you got to do that until you get a burr on the backside. And then once you get a burr on the backside, you flip your knife around and you do it again until you flip the burr back on here. Then after I do that, I'll go to the next grit down, down, down until I'm on my ceramic rod and my strop. Okay, so I'll get right back to it. So when you're using this, well, for me anyways, I put it flat against the bevel. It's on the rocking motion. So flat on the bevel, slide her forward. Count your strokes. Start with about 10-15 strokes. Check your edge. Check to see if there's a burr. And then do another 5 or 6 or whatever it takes. But just count your strokes. That way when you flip your knife to do the opposite side, you're doing the same amount of strokes to see when your burr is going to start back on the other side. Okay, so I'm going to keep on sharpening for a little bit and I'll get right back to you. Okay, stand by. Again, make sure that you put it flat, tilt it until your bevel for your Scandi, you could feel it. You could feel where it stops. And then that's when you just push her forward and roll off your stone, and this will pivot towards your tip. All right, I'll continue on. Okay, so right now I changed to coarse. I took off my extra coarse, put on coarse, and what I did is I remarked my blade with magic marker. All right, and as you can see, I went above the Scandi with my marker. Okay, above the Scandi, because I want to know exactly where I'm taking off metal. I do not want to take any metal off above the line here. So that's why I put that there, so I can control that. Okay, so right now I got my course on here, on pivot. Now I'm going to continue on about 15-20 aside, and I'll go back a couple more times, and then I'll bring you back. All right? So again, remember, put your knife flat, find your Scandi edge. Okay, there it is. And then push it forward and off the end. Okay, find the edge, push it forward, off the edge. Okay, you can see where it's starting to wear out here. Okay, now I'm gonna have to work a little bit on the tip here and a little bit here, but when I first started, right here was almost like convexed. Okay, so it's gonna be tough to get that down. I'm gonna have to work the tip by its own, but right now I'm just trying to square it off in here, and then what I'm gonna do afterwards is I'm just gonna work on the tip. And you can see now I'm starting to get the tip. I got to be careful the point here, but now you can see where I'm getting the belly of the tip up here. So I'll do that a few more times. Okay, and as you can see, I am not removing any of the marker above the line here. So by looking at it right now, I'm right on the Scandi, okay, not above it. So I'm doing a clean grind there. Okay, I just got to concentrate in the back a little bit, right here. And then after I do that a few times, then I'm going to do the whole blade again. All right. So again, remember, flat, tilt it until you can feel your Scandi hit, and then move forward. And then when you get to the tip, it'll roll off the edge. But right now, I'm only going to concentrate in the first 1 inch there. So all I'm going to do is run it off the block here. Okay, as you can see, I'm slowly getting it here, all the way across. So now I'll work a little bit more on the tip here, and then I'll do the whole thing. Again, flat, find your grind. There's the grind. You could feel it, like it's very obvious. I got over a 1/4 inch thick there, so you can really feel it. So put it flat, find your grind. There it is. Run it ahead and off the end. There you go. It's coming along pretty good. Okay, so I'm going to clean that up a bit. Now I'm going to do the full strokes from the heel to the tip. I'll go maybe 10 more strokes, and then I'll do the other side. So I'll get right back to you. So right now I'm just doing the last few strokes on the coarse, and then I'm going to put the fine on, and then continue with the fine all the way through to the extra fine, and then I'll hit the ceramic rod. Again, flat, okay, flat, tilt it, flat, tilt it, and that's how you can hold your angle and your edge right on the stone. And then just run it off the edge, and she'll automatically pivot to your tip. Okay, again, you can see where I'm working just on the bevel there. Okay, I'm not getting the top. You can still see the line there. Okay, same with this side. You can see where I'm getting, and I'm leaving the ink where it's supposed to be. So I'll just take a couple passes here, put it flat, set it on my edge, and then run it off the stone. Just the knife, the weight of the knife on the stone. I'm not putting any downward pressure at all, just the weight of the knife. Okay, so now I'm going to put it on the fine, and I'll continue on with the fine, and I'll get back to you. Okay, so right now I went through from extra coarse all the way down to extra fine, and so far that's what I have. Not too bad. And then the other side. Still a lot of polishing to do. I still got to hone it with the ceramic rod, and then do my stropping with the leather. Then we'll get back to you, and we'll see how she cuts up a little bit of paper. Cutting up the paper will just let you know what we have on there for burrs, and it'll just give you an idea what your edge is like. And that's all I want to find out, because as you could see when I started off the video, I could not even trim or cut paper whatsoever. So at least now I'm getting a little bit of an edge, I believe. Okay, so I'm going to do a little bit of honing with my ceramic. I'll do a little stropping with my leather, and then we'll see how we got. Be right back. Okay, now that I got my ceramic rod in place, again, I'm going to put my knife flat, find the edge, and then I'm going to do 15 strokes. So flat, find the edge, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5. Okay. We'll get right back to you. Okay, I'm down to the last 4. Flat. Find your edge. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. Okay, we'll get this out. We'll put this one back in. Again, that's held in by magnets. We'll lock it up. Now we'll put the leather strop with the green compound on. So that goes there. Okay. Dress it up a little bit. Then make sure it's coated pretty good. Now you got to go against the edge. So put it flat, find your edge, and go backwards. 1, 2, 3. Now I'm going to do that probably 15 times, and I'll do that 3 times. All right? I'll get right back to you. Okay, just finishing off the strap, just to clean up the edge. Okay, I should do it. All right, so this is extra coarse diamond plate. Then I have the coarse diamond plate. Fine diamond plate. And I have the extra fine diamond plate from Worksharp. I also have the ceramic rod and the leather strap. So I've been working, as you've seen from the beginning, this knife was very dull. Couldn't cut paper whatsoever. Very dull. Now, cutting paper will just show me the edge. It'll show me if there's any burrs and whether or not I got a somewhat sharp edge. Okay. So I've been working, I'd say 25, 30 minutes or so, I guess. And we'll check the edge. It's a lot sharper than what it was, as you can see. A lot sharper than it was at the start. Grab another paper. When I started this process, you know yourself, you've seen it, I could not cut the paper whatsoever. But now, oops. There you go. There you go. So anyways, probably another, start from the maybe the fine and extra fine back down to the strap. Probably another 15-20 minutes of that, and this will be a very good edge. Anyways, thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, hit the bell, and we'll talk to you later. Bye now.